Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Renee, and if you're just on YouTube looking for women with gray hair or gray curly hair, well, you found me. I have been gray for 3 years now, and this video is about what my life is like now that I have gray hair. What's changed? What's the same? How is life different for me now that I have gray hair? So let's just get into it. Right, Moo? I cannot believe it has been 3 years since I decided to go gray. 3 full years since I stopped coloring my very dark, almost black hair and decided to let the gray come out. And it took me 2 full years to grow out my colored hair, and then it has been a year since I have been fully gray. And life has been great, and I want to share some of those things with you in the video today. And there are just a couple things that I have discovered through the years that I can't do anymore now that I have gray hair, or things that don't happen anymore now that I have gray hair, and I want to share those with you too. One of the main things that has changed in my life since I have been fully gray, and one of the most impactful things, is I laugh so much more. I laugh all the time, and I can think back to 10 years ago when I had dark hair and I was trying to be something that I wasn't and coloring my hair all the time. I didn't laugh that often. I mean, something had to really be funny to make me laugh. But now that I've just embraced myself and decided it's okay to be who I am and let the gray come out, I laugh all the time. And if you all have been on my channel for a while, and I know so many of you have, I get cracked up making videos. I laugh at myself. I laugh with you. I just laugh all the time. And that has just been such a great thing. I enjoy laughing. I enjoy being happy, and I enjoy being myself. So I gotta say, that is the number one positive thing about life with gray hair. And before I get into the rest of the great things about life with gray hair, let me talk about some things that you can't do when you have gray hair. Top of the list is, you are never going to get carded for alcohol again. And I know that's funny, but y'all used to get carded all the time. And I know the waiter or waitress was just, doing their job, or sometimes just being kind, like, okay, can I see your ID? But y'all, that does not happen anymore. I do not get carded for alcohol. Although, in the grocery store the other day, I was buying cooking wine and I got carded. Go figure. But just in general, you're not going to get carded for alcohol. When you have gray hair, you are not going to blend in. Never again will you blend into a crowd. It doesn't matter where you go, what you're doing, who you're with, unless you're with a bunch of your friends that all have gray hair, you're always going to stand out. You're always going to be unique. And I find that is how people reference me now. Like if they're telling somebody else about me, or look for the lady with they say curly gray hair, or just gray hair. The gray hair has taken precedence over my curls now, and I'm just referred to as the lady with the gray hair, which is totally fine with me. I love getting all of the compliments and comments and questions about my hair. In fact, you all know I own an ice cream shop, right? And a couple weeks ago, I was working at the register taking customers' orders, and a man came in with some of his friends, and he was probably, I'm just going to guess, 35 or 40. And all of his friends ordered. He was the last one. He was paying for the group. And he said to me, I want to tell you something, and I don't want you to take this in the wrong way because I don't know you. He said, but you are rocking that gray hair. And I said, well, thank you. I'm trying. And he said, no, I'm serious. He said, that your hair looks fantastic. I really love your hair. He wasn't hitting on me. I promise he wasn't. He was just a guy that I don't think has ever encountered a younger-ish woman. Younger-ish. I call myself younger-ish. I'm 50. But a younger-ish woman with gray hair. And he appreciated it, and I appreciated the fact that he told me. But I get comments like that all the time. But I just love that one because it came from a guy, a younger guy. He was really being sincere, and he put it in his own words. I'm rocking the gray hair. And I am. I'm trying my best. When you have gray hair, you cannot pretend to be 20 anymore. I see so many ladies, oh my gosh, with their colored dark hair And they're what do you call those jeans we used to wear 20 years ago with the rhinestones on the pocket? They've got on all this crazy eyeshadow and makeup and big old jewelry and low cut tops and low cut jeans and rhinestones on their behind, and they are trying to be 20 years old. And when you have gray hair, it just doesn't work, y'all. It doesn't. The gray hair forces you to be yourself. Embrace your age, whatever age that is, but you have to dress and act appropriate to your age. I know there are some gals out there that are rocking their grays and they're in their mid-30s, and that is fantastic. Dress like you're in your mid-30s. I'm 50 and I'm going to dress like I'm 50. I am not going to go back and try to act like I'm 20 years old and wear the styles that the 20-year-olds are wearing, because that's not who I am anymore. I'm embracing my age. I'm loving my gray. I'm going with it. And I've learned that I just kind of have to act my age and look my age. And because I mentioned eyeshadow, I'll tell you, when you have gray hair, you have got to give up the gray eyeshadow. It looks horrible, or it looks horrible on me at least. I have an eyeshadow palette that used to be one of my favorites when I had dark hair, and it no longer works with my gray. I look sunken in and washed out and horrible when I put on gray eyeshadow. So I can't wear my favorite palette anymore. But ladies, you do have to give up your gray eyeshadow. When you have gray hair, you learn that you just never want to look backwards. And by that, I mean, I can look back on my life when I was coloring my hair and think about so many times when I was unhappy with the color, I was unhappy with the way that I looked. I just didn't know any better. I was afraid to go gray. And now that I've made the journey and made the transition and here I am, I just never want to go back. I don't even want to look back to all of those thoughts and negative things that I said to myself and negative feelings that I had about myself, because I knew that I didn't look right with my colored hair, and I wish that I had gone gray a lot of years ago. It used to be common practice when I would be out with my two daughters, and you all know them, Brecken and Kendall. They have curly hair just like I do. When I was coloring my hair, I looked very much like them, and we could always, and it didn't matter where we were, what we were doing, somebody would always say, "Are y'all twins? Are y'all sisters? Who's the mom in that group?" And I know the people knew I was the mother. I knew they were just being polite or being kind or trying to pay me a compliment. And I appreciated it. But I'll tell you, those days are long gone. People really can't make that comment anymore, because obviously I'm the mom. I'm not the sister, and I stand out with my gray hair. But that's okay. I am the mom. I'm not their sister. And I do embrace my gray, so I don't mind giving up that compliment. Yesterday, I was out to lunch with my husband, and behind me at a table was a lady who was probably 60, who had beautiful gray hair. Very light colored gray, not dark and mixed like mine, but her hair was a very light gray, a beautiful, stunning silver. She had it about the length of mine. She had it pulled back in a headband, and she just had on natural makeup and red lips, and she was having lunch with her husband. And I just kept looking at this lady thinking, you look lovely. You seriously look fantastic. And she was rocking her gray. And I wish I had turned around and said something to her. And by the time I decided to do that, they were finished with their lunch and gone. If you watched the video that I put out last week where I was eating lunch at Doe's Eat Place having my fried catfish, well, that lady was sitting behind me at my table. And that's just something else that women with gray hair and men with gray hair catch my eye. And I always notice the women that take care of themselves. You can tell that they're proud of their hair, and it just is an eye catcher. It's a magnet. It draws me in, and maybe because I'm in the group with them now, I don't know, but they just draw me in, and I just find it so wonderful, and I hope everybody does. Pollux, you are being so loud. Pollux is chewing on a bone. If you hear like crunching, he's in the floor right here chewing on a bone. And the last thing that has happened during my 3-year transition, I have done so many videos about my curls. My curly hair has the gray hair, changed my curly hair, my hair products, and all along I have said, no, for the most part, growing out my gray and getting rid of the color has not changed my curls. But I gotta tell you, it has changed my curls. Look how straight I am here. I was editing a video the other day and I had pulled up some old pictures of me back when I had first started my transition to gray hair. I was about 6, 8, 10 months into my gray and I realized how much curl I had in my hair. And then when I look at myself now, I can tell that I am losing some curl. I really am. I'm getting a little bit straighter. That could just be me. It could be my age causing me to get some straight hair, or it could be the gray causing my hair to straighten just a little bit. My hair is definitely softer than it ever was, but I'm definitely getting some straight parts. My gray hair has definitely given me a better perspective of what the years ahead of me are going to look like. Honestly, in my mind, getting older was not really something I wanted to do. And I know this is a drastic thing to say, but now that I've gone gray and I have embraced my age and my hair and who I am looking forward to life ahead of me. I have so many wonderful years ahead of me. The process of going gray was eye-opening, interesting. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about other people. I learned a lot about who I was inside and what I wanted to be on the outside. Like I've already said, I learned to laugh because I embraced myself, and life has just been great. So I've enjoyed the past 3 years. I'm looking forward to the next 30 years. I have so much to do yet in my life, and y'all, these grays are not slowing me down one single bit. So that is what my life is like now that I have gray hair, and I hope your life is going to be just as great. See you later.